what's up, everybody? It's your girl, L. Beasley, and today I am being joined by a very, very, very special guest. I grew up watching this young man from his days at Detroit Crockett to his days in Michigan, and now his days in the NFL with the Philadelphia Eagles. You guys know who I'm talking about. If you don't, you better ask somebody. I'm talking about Brandon Graham. Brandon, thank you so much for joining me, man. It's a pleasure to have you here in the studio with me.
Oh, yeah, you're welcome.
All right. Now, absolutely, with you, you're a Detroit Crockett graduate. You played in Michigan from 2006 to 2009. Last Saturday, you held your first youth camp on Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at East English Village Prep. And you followed that by having a fundraising, a bowling event from 8 p.m. to midnight at Imagine Theater Bowling Alley in Royal Oak. Now, when it came to your camp, you called it Select 100 because you said since it was 100 boys and 100 girls, as someone who grew up a town boy and couldn't always, go to certain camps, what made you want to have girls involved in your camp?
Well, my sister was a town boy, so she always be like, dang, you always get to do all this stuff and I don't get to do nothing, and so me and the wife, we was talking about it, and she was just like, why the girls don't have stuff? So we wanted to be different, and we just included the girls. And what we did, we took them through an obstacle course that they made for them, and we brought in this lady, Jeanette Jenkins, out in California to run everything, and man, it went so good. Those girls had so much energy. So I can tell that it's just going to keep growing from here.
And speaking of it growing, how would you like it to see this camp grow and possibly other camps that you may do in the future?
I think with me, I want to stick with high school, because what I was going to do the day before my camps every year, I was going to do the, little Little League, the Giants. And that'll be my, little kid version, of all ages. And then I just do high school the next day. But what I do want, I wanted to grow to 200 next year instead of 100. This year, I just wanted to start small so that we can kind of get the feel of it. And then now that we know, now we're more excited next year just on so many other people, because we had a lot of people we had to turn away.
Really?
Because everybody signed up, but it was like the first 100, that's all we could take.
Wow.
And, that's exactly what happened. And, I'm just excited for next year. We already talking about, ideas already.
That's great. That's great. And how important is it for you to be involved in your community, and not just be involved, but be hands-on like you are?
I just know how important it was for me to see people come back and, somebody you could look up to and know that you're not that far off from where they are. And so for me, I knew choices. Once I figured out every choice in life, life is about choices, and you got to try to make the right one. You're not going to always make them, the right way, but I feel like as long as you learn from your mistakes, that's all that really matters. And for me, that's just stuck with me, because Darnell Hood, he went to Michigan. That's what he said to me. And he was just like, make sure, man, you choose football if that's what you're going to do over partying. And, I always seem to get that situation all the time. So it definitely helped me.
Absolutely. Now, due to recent events, I guess you could say, surrounding the NFL, like Ray Rice, Greg Hardy, etc., a lot of people, especially some fans who are new to football, sometimes have this false perception of who NFL players are. How important is it for you to kind of show people in the community? No, it's not all NFL players. We give back. We really do care. How important is that? Does that kind of, make it even more important for you?
Yeah, for me, I try not to even think about it. I just try to stay positive and, try to motivate other athletes to do better, because, yes, a lot of people do give us a bad name, but I feel like a lot of people, if they get to know me and once they figure it out, that I'm not, that type of guy, just their whole perception of everybody might change. For me, I just try to stay me. I don't even really worry about all that.